Hello, everybody. It's Trisha Lee. We're just waiting for Larry to hop on here. I guess nobody else wanted to come on with us and ask any questions, but it looks like a few people are watching. So today we are going to be discussing our intentions for setting up a mastermind. We've got a whole bunch of different projects on the go, online and offline. If you don't know us, we are environmentalists, and we have been working together.
Hello, everybody. It's Trisha Lee. We're just waiting for Larry to hop on here. I guess nobody else wanted to come on with us and ask any questions, but it looks like
Sorry about that. I had where I got the watch link for you all to look. Oh, all our viewers quit. Okay, well that's okay. We're going to record anyway, and maybe we'll have some other people come and watch. Kimberly, you can go behind me and make your faces. Don't go in front of my face. So as I was saying, Larry and I are both environmentalists. We're just waiting for Larry to get the link and join me. But we operate the Blue Box Recycling Program in our local community, as well as we have a startup company that is developing a new type of solar technology. And so we got some projects on the go. We are bringing a lot of our stuff on to the internet for okay, that's enough. Okay, can you go sit quietly? Sorry about that, everybody. This is William. He just wants to participate as well. He's actually helping us with he's full of energy. He's actually helping us with our Kickstarter campaigns. We've got a couple of really good ideas for our business that we are going to do some crowdfunding to try and bring our visions into reality. And he is helping us. He's quite the performer. He tells me that he wants to grow up and act in plays, which, judging from his behavior behind us, he would be very good at. So I'm just going to take a quick look and see if I can get Larry on here. I don't know what has happened to him. He should be here with us, but he doesn't seem to be accessing the link. So I don't know what has happened to him.
Something to eat?
No, yeah, go ahead. I don't know what you can have. So I was having a little bit of trouble with the internet. So it says the invitation was posted. Earlier it was saying I was having connectivity issues, which is always fun when trying to work on the internet. It's really hard to accomplish something without a reliable internet signal, which for some reason in Canada we don't always have. So for our mastermind, Larry had some ideas of the type of people that he's looking for in regards specifically to helping us with our solar project. Myself, I am very focused on the recycling end of things, and I'm really, really excited. I don't know how much I'm going to talk about it on this particular hangout. Okay, please don't, William. I said you can go behind me to get into the shot. Do not stick your face in front of me. It's very distracting. Yeah, we're trying to have these hangouts after his bedtime, but summer holidays, so he's not really going to bed at his regular early bedtime. So anyway, I am just going to have to leave you guys here with Willie for a second while I go and check on something. So Willie, just dance around for people and stuff there for a minute, okay?
Yeah. Who wondered what you could do on a summer holiday?
So my very entertaining boy. He's going to do great in musical theater, I do believe. What do you guys think? So anyway, we have been studying a lot of different things. Specifically, the last week or two, we've been studying a book that I read, actually. Okay, quiet. You can do that stuff, but do it silently, okay? Because I want people to hear what I'm saying. And don't touch me. Very distracting. Okay, so I was reading. Please don't do that. I said, you can go behind me. Stop putting yourself in front of the camera. So when I was in Thailand, I read a book called Think and Grow Rich. And Larry has, during this last week, been listening to the audio version of that book. And one of the steps in how to become wealthy or whatever, which isn't really our goal. Our goal has a lot more to do with clean air and clean water for everyone and just a better quality of life for all living things on the planet. However, when you're solving a big problem like pollution via recycling and solar power, there's just money that's going to come along with that, because that's basically how life is. And whoever makes the most efficient and least expensive solution to any problem wins all the way to the bank. And so with both of our companies, that's what we're striving to do. Okay, quietly. You can wave, but you don't have to giggle and stuff, okay? He's very excited to be here with us. So it seems Larry has jumped on. So as I was saying, we are one of them. I said you have to be silent, okay? You can go back there and dance around, but I don't want to hear you talking. So a very important aspect of this book, when you're building a company or whatever and becoming wealthy, and is setting up a mastermind group. So Larry has some very interesting ideas about the type of people that he wants involved
in the kitchen
as his mastermind with William. With his next time, we're not doing this till you're in bed. You're gonna have to go to bed if you keep it up.
No.
So with for the solar power technology that we're developing and the projects that we're planning with that, he has some specific things that he's looking for in way of kind of a steering committee, aka mastermind group. So Larry, do you want to go ahead and share some of the ideas that you've come up with from studying Think and Grow Rich in regards to setting up a mastermind for our corporations?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've always worked with in all the businesses that I've been involved with. I've always worked with used to call it an advisory committee, and I haven't really had one going for this business yet, or for the recycling business either. But for the solar business, I think it's going to be I've always used a group of local people for my advisory committee, and I think for the King Sunshine Solar Systems Company, it's going to be more of an international group of experts, simply because PV and solar power technologies are still in their infancy. As we learned when we were in Germany, we were told that North America was very much in its infancy for photovoltaic and solar technology in general. So just a second, I have to change my position here.
Yeah, that light was kind of shining on behind you, and we couldn't really see your face properly.
Well, that could be a good thing.
Well, it's just a little distracting when there's this big light on your forehead. That's better.
You see my hands?
No.
Like that?
No.
Okay.
That's better. Thank you.
As I was saying, I think this advisory committee, it's going to be a group of international people, and it can be as many as 20 people, but I think we'd want to work with an advisory committee of about 10 people, 10 experts. So I think we're going to be looking for people that have experience in definitely in the solar industry of some form or another. We met some people in Germany that work for a company called Stecca, which I believe would be really good to have. And possibly some people in Iran that showed a lot of interest in our technology, as well as people from Ethiopia, and then of course China and the other Asian countries, and possibly Australia too, because there's a lot of forward thinking going on in Australia. So I think it's really important to have this advisory committee right now, because we are just waiting on a magic switch. It's almost like we're waiting for this magic switch to be turned on for our whole system to work correctly. And so we're just waiting for it to be shipped up here from the States to try out. And I don't have any reservations whatsoever that it's not going to work. I know it's going to work just because of what they told me about the switch. So once that's done, it's away we go. And there's going to be a few things to work out here in the next few months, definitely, on some of the marketing strategies that Trish has got put together. That's about it.
So we'll be contacting some of these people around the globe, and we will.
From the fridge.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
We will be contacting these people from around the globe, and hopefully be getting them on live hangouts to discuss some of this stuff. One of the strategies that I've come up with actually was inspired by the one person, I can't remember, but it was a TED Talk that I watched about free energy. I think if you just go to YouTube and you look up TED Talk and free energy, if you put that into search, it'll probably come up the one that I got. I'm unfortunately unable to recall the gentleman's name. He was talking about, though, if you have some sort of free energy device to give it away. And then also, more recently, Elon Musk has put his patents for the Tesla Motors technology available for free. And so based on that, I was kind of inspired, and I came up with this marketing strategy. I won't get too much into it today, but okay, just go ahead and eat it, William. But basically, we'll be sharing all of that stuff with you as it comes into fruition. Speaking of fruit, no, I'll get it. I'll peel it for you after we're done.
Yeah.
So you'll have to be patient. Based on that, we've come up with a way to get the technology out to as many people as possible, and to deliver it in the most efficient way possible, and market the idea to as many people as possible, and just I said quiet. And so it'll be really interesting to see what this mastermind group that we put together how they feel about our idea for getting this information to as many people as possible. And so in regards to our recycling company, we are going to be wanting to set up a separate mastermind for the big plans that we have as far as that goes. And Larry and I have already been working together with one individual. He's actually a local farmer, and he will be working very closely with us, and we will also be wanting to get some more local people to help us with our project that we are setting up for our recycling curbside recycling company. It's super exciting. I know it's going to be uber successful. I don't really want to quite let the cat out of the bag. We are going to be having a hangout specifically to give everybody a sneak peek about exactly what will be going on there, and at that point I will give some more details about the type of skills and information that we will be wanting to get from more of a local group of people that will help us with bringing that project up to speed and into reality from our vision that we have for it. But I will tell you one detail is that the next trip that I will be taking is going to be to Millersville, Ohio, where I will be getting some special training that will help us to be able to bring this idea that we have to a reality. I think the way that we're going to release it is we're going to show the early edit of our Kickstarter video. We're going to do a Kickstarter campaign to fund this project for the curbside recycling business. Also, potentially we may do a Kickstarter campaign for the solar business end too, but actually we've had some exciting developments with our solar project where we may not have to do a Kickstarter campaign, because we actually are very close to possibly securing some funding that will help us move to the next phase of patenting and be able to potentially start the manufacturing process without any kind of crowdfunding. So it'll still be an option. However, it may not be necessary, because running these Kickstarter campaigns, haven't done one yet, but I've been studying them, and from everything I've learned, it is a lot of work. So if we can secure the funding without a Kickstarter campaign, that would be really terrific. So I guess, Larry, I just want to hear some more thoughts about what you think the value of setting up these masterminds, the local one that I'm looking to set up for our curbside recycling, as well as the global mastermind that you want to set up for the solar power project. What are some of the benefits that you've been learning about of setting up a mastermind group, and just basically why we want to have other people involved with the projects that we're working on?
Well, pretty much the having like-minded individuals, all with a common goal, sharing ideas, working as a team, you get a lot more done because you have a lot more input from the individuals. And so that would work with the both the recycling business and with the King Sunshine, the solar business. I think with the recycling business, it would be more of a matter of having these types of hangouts to discuss different ideas. Unique, basically, people have a lot of unique ideas regarding what to do with recycling. And when we start implementing our new method of collecting, I think there's going to be a lot more interest in it as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a matter of more, like, the more people you have working together as a conglomerate team, all with a positive attitude and moving forward, I think it just would benefit both companies quite immensely. As long as the people on both advisory committees or mastermind groups, whatever you want to call them, are all share the same goal. Everybody definitely has to be on the same page, and more things I'm positive would get done. That sort of plan moving forward.
Awesome. So something I discovered yesterday that I've been a viewer of a lot of Hangouts since I joined this internet mastermind. Me and Larry are actually part of a mastermind community called Project AWOL, and it's specifically geared to online business, and they've been teaching us a lot of these marketing ideas, and as we explain more of our vision to you, you will understand the benefit of Project AWOL. So anyway, just to something that I just learned yesterday, and like I said, I've attended a lot of these Hangouts as a viewer, and I noticed that nobody had any kind of, or I shouldn't say nobody, I've noticed that for most of the Hangouts that I viewed, and usually I've been viewing recordings, people are not adding descriptions below the Hangout videos. So I discovered that you can actually put a description below the recording of the Hangout. So once we finish up here, I will put some information about Project AWOL into the description of this video. And just as a brief overview, Project AWOL is a group of over 4,000 online marketers that we all kind of work in the system, and they provide this training, which basically it's because of that training that we're even here. It's because of the training and the system that we've started doing these Hangouts. It's because of that we've come up with a lot of these ideas for growing our offline business, and for creating our environmentalist vision as far as recycling and solar power goes, because basically a big part of what they teach is sales technique and sales strategy, and there was a couple of things in their core training that led me to create these visions for the company. And basically what they were talking about was creating the most positive and potentially beneficial customer experience for users of our product and service. And so because of the training teaching us about creating that that beneficial customer experience, we came up with some of these ideas that we're going to be sharing on these Hangouts. And as a direct result of that training, we have been able to apply for government grant money, as well as the ideas that we got to operate these Kickstarter campaigns came as a direct result from this training. So if you are involved in any kind of business of any kind, this online mastermind can be very, very beneficial to you in being able to find more customers for your online business, as well as Project AWOL actually offers you the opportunity to be able to start your own business from nothing. They have products and training that you can sell. So if you don't have a product or service like we do with our solar power and recycling company, they will actually give you their training products, and you can have the ability to sell them through their internet system. So it's just a really, really cool mastermind. And like I said, the whole idea of coming up with this mastermind group, from Larry's previous entrepreneurial background, it was called an advisory committee. However, this kind of new take on it of a mastermind group has come to us via the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and I would not have come across that book had it not been for the mastermind session that we had in Thailand through Project AWOL. And in the description below this Hangout, I will put a link for you to watch they actually filmed the mastermind that we did in Thailand. So you'll be able to check out the episodes of that And while I was there participating in the filming of that show, I was reading behind the scenes. I was reading the book, Think and Grow Rich. And then just recently, within the last month or so, I've led Larry to check out the information for himself, and that inspired us to do this specific hangout where we're just kind of setting our intention for what we're, the kind of people that we're looking to attract to be a part of the mastermind groups that we're going to be setting up. And also, I think that we're going to come up with some more really great ideas and be doing more projects and just have all kinds of different mastermind groups in all different capacities of business and just happy living in general. We're actually talking about doing a hangout specifically on the book The Secret, based on the law of attraction. And yeah, there's just so many different facets to business that there's no end of topics that we can just discuss here with people. So it's just super exciting to be here with you. So once the hangout is over, I will post a description, and it will have links for you to find out about Project AWOL if that sounds interesting to you. And otherwise, feel free to connect with me on Facebook. It's Trisha Lee, TRISHALY BANACK, and you can send me a message there and say, hey, I want to be part of your mastermind, or how do I get to participate on your hangout? I have a question, or whatever it is. Feel free to connect with me on Facebook and ask me any questions you might have. Also, you can learn more about me on. I'm lost. I don't know if you can still hear me, but I know my picture just disappeared. Larry?
Yeah, I can still see you. I can hear you and see you.
On my screen it was just showing my picture, so I wasn't sure. But you can also learn all about me on one of my other YouTube channels, which is the same name, Trisha Lee Bannock, TRISHALY, last name Bannock, BANACK. And you can also look for Larry Lever, LARRY, LIEVRE, both on Facebook and YouTube. And that's really all I had to say. Did you have any closing thoughts about masterminds, Larry?
I don't really think there's much more to say. I think what we really want to establish, like I think you mentioned this as well, is that it's going to consist of people that are in the know, that have a lot of experience in the solar industry to move ahead. And like I said, we have a few people in mind. I'm new to all this hangout stuff, but I can see it having the advisory committee meeting like twice a week, is a great goal to have. And it's really a matter of just having these individuals kick around ideas, and one person leads the hangout, and everybody puts their 2 cents worth in what's going to happen with the business. I think it's an excellent idea.
Can you just touch on your past experience, because Larry actually has previous patents with another recycling company that he started, I believe, back in the 90s, and you had a mastermind group that was an advisory committee. Can you just do a quick comparison to kind of describe to people what it was like masterminding with your old business as compared to this new model that we're going to be masterminding with Google Hangouts? And just kind of your thoughts on the difference and maybe the benefits of using this new technology to have an advisory committee type mastermind group?
Sure. With the first advisory group that I put together, it was a suggestion by an old friend of mine who used to run the Edmonton Recycling Society, and it was his idea, because he knew I was struggling to establish my business, and so he said he's the one that suggested, and because he suggested it, I also put him on to the advisory committee. I thought that would be smart to have the guy with the idea actually part of it, and his expertise actually helped introduce me to other people. And then as I added more people to the advisory committee, what eventually happened was one of the advisors says, you know, we should talk about moving the company forward in a new direction, because this other advisor that kind of opted in, he basically joined on his own, and he just took the company in a whole new direction, whereas he had a lot of business experience and took the company to a whole new level. And then the advisory committee just became pretty much a group of shareholders of the business. And so I think with this advisory committee, it would be quite a bit different, because when we were doing the stuff before in the prior one, there was no internet. And so with the internet now, you can have an advisory committee of people all over the world, and you can be very fussy and picky as to who you want to be part of your advisory committee. And being that it's sorry?
Can you just kind of describe like the setting, like where maybe you guys would have your meetings, and like how often, and what kind of time you guys would spend with that kind of thing, and as kind of a comparison as to what we can do now. Like the point you were getting at there is that we have access to people all over the world to be able to give us input on these business ventures with this new technology as compared to back then. Can you just kind of describe what, like how the meetings went, or where they were, and the frequency and the amount of time, and that kind of description of your past experience with Mastermind?
Sure. With the start of the advisory committee or Mastermind, it was pretty much using old technology they called a phone or a landline, where the phone was actually connected to the wall. There was no cell phones. There was, but not too many people had them. And so I would get on the phone and dial up each one of these individuals. But it wasn't really as a cohesive unit as you could probably have with a Google Hangout, being that you can actually meet with the people from all over the world, whereas I don't even recall having a single meeting where every advisory committee member all got together in one place to meet. Everybody it was always a matter of phone calls, and because in my situation, I was running the entire company myself, really didn't know what I was doing back when I started, and so the reason I used an advisory committee was to make sure I didn't make mistakes in going forward with my company. I shouldn't say make mistakes, but it just made it a lot easier for the business to progress when I could call an expert in a certain area and say, what should I do here? And I'd get really good information, and I could consider the information and then move ahead with it. And it worked very well.
So that's interesting. When you described it to me prior to the Hangout, I just assumed and jumped to the thought of, you know, a bunch of people sitting around a table bouncing ideas around, kind of brainstorming, but that doesn't sound like what went on at all, which would be very possible with the Google Hangout. It's more brainstorming friendly.
I think it'd be more productive as well. Just like you said, to be able to all meet on the World Wide Web and have everybody in on the call at the same time would be quite powerful.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it. So I guess our mission going forward is to contact some of the people, I guess, by email that we want to participate with us. And I think most of them have been waiting eagerly to hear from us that we're actually still working, and I'm sure some of the people that we met in Texas and Germany have probably decided that we've likely cookies are ready that we likely have given up on our mission. So I think they'll be excited to hear from us that we're still out here working on this project, and that they'll get to be a part of it. So I'm super excited about contacting those people and being able to meet with them on this forum. And hopefully Willie won't be here to distract everybody. So any closing thoughts?
I think that pretty much wraps it up. I think, like you said, we're going to start contacting some people that we've already met by email, and maybe putting out some invitations to some of the bigger heavy hitters that are already in the business.
Terrific. Okay, so yeah, that's just our little setting the intention for us to set up masterminds for our offline businesses. And if anybody's interested in participating with a currently active mastermind, you can go ahead and look, come back to the recording of this Hangout and look in the description, and I will have a link to learn more about our Project AWOL Mastermind that is fully internet group of entrepreneurs that can help you start your own business or help you to grow the business that you already have going outside of what we're doing. So thank you so much for joining us and or watching the recording of our little brainstorming kind of intention setting Google Hangout here, and I guess we will leave it with that. William, do you have anything to say to everybody out there?
I'm 7.
You're 7? Okay. Good night, everybody. Thanks. Thanks. If I don't see you in the future, I will see you in the pasture.
My mom.
Good night.
Bye.